All right, guys, it seems to be like I have a lot of questions about the equipment that I use, the software that I use, and just everything in general around the shop. So I'm gonna go through just about everything that I can think of today to let you guys know the brands of the tools that I use, where to get them from, just so that when somebody asks me again what that was or where I got it from, I can just send this link and they can go through just about everything. But it's gonna be a lot of information, and I understand that a lot of people are always saying, "Oh, where you get that from?" or "Oh, hey, what's that called?" or just things like that. So let's make this easy for everybody. A lot of people like to hide this information. You guys know that I don't hold back on anything, so hopefully this is good for everybody out there, for newbies, for people that have been in the screen printing business for a long time, and people that just want to be interested in watching my vlogs. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here in the office, the tools that we have to print out our film. Obviously, our computer was just a regular HP. We have CS6 Illustrator and Photoshop. When I bought the film and the refillable cartridges that we have inside of our printer, these are just extras because I always want to be safe and have some extra ones in case those go bad, the ones that are in there. It came with, the whole thing came with the refillable cartridges. If you buy the RIP software from AST, they're gonna give you 100 sheets for free, and then they're gonna give you the needle to refill the cartridges, and they're also gonna give you a quart or whatever this is of ink to refill your cartridges. So if you guys need the whole system, they can sell you the printer, the RIP software. They'll give you the refillable cartridges, the ink, and the needle to refill them, and then I believe that this one's discontinued now, so they'll offer you the latest version of whatever they came out with, and that's what we use for our office. For the cutter, we have the US cutter SC2. Me and Brian figured out how to get this together and running. I don't know too much about this, but this cutter, when I bought it, it came with the program, so that program is loaded in the computer, and it's super easy to figure out how to do like regular fonts and all that stuff. So that's what we have in here. Okay, so back here for my heat press. Okay, so we got this from Stalls, and this thing was a lot of money because it came with the stand, and that stand was like 400 bucks alone. But this machine right here comes with like a what do you call this, a magnet. So it has a timer, and it has two settings for two timers. And you guys can find this at Stalls or on stalls.com. I'm also going to leave a link below for that heat press. They also have options for heat presses and vinyl. They sell you like custom cut vinyls, a bunch of random stuff. If you guys need like numbers that are already pre-cut, you guys can order that too from Stalls. So check this out. If you guys do like soccer teams or basketball teams or all that stuff, you can get that from Stalls. That's where I got my heat press from. Those you can find in Hawaii, Korea. Where else can we find you guys at?
Ireland.
Ireland? Oh, you're Irish too, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. Find you all over the world.
Not that lucky.
All right, for my flash, I bought this on Facebook. It's just a Vastex flash unit. I do have a second one that's a Hopkins, but that one kind of got sold. It just stuck here for a while. So we have the Hopkins dryer that's still kind of messed up. But if you guys need a dryer, you guys can also buy it from AST. You just gotta go to the website and find just about anything you need. But I'm just going through the stuff that I use so that you guys can know how I do what I do. These boards that I have, they're metal boards with like a rubber top. These are also made from Vastex, but they can go into basically any machine if you don't have the brackets for the M&R, which can be removed. And then I use the pallet peel adhesive. You can order the 16-inch if you don't want to have a hard time, or just order the 15, and it'll be exact on both sides. For the glue, I use Top Bond. This is like a liquid glue. That adhesive is very good for t-shirts. It's very long lasting. And then to tack my pellons down, I use the 375 spray adhesive. And the white pellons and black pellons are for sampling and also for setting up when you guys have multicolor or whenever you guys don't want to use t-shirts for samples to send to your customers. Unless you have to print one and then you have to show them physically. A lot of people have questions about my inks. I used, most of them are Union because that's what AST provides. And they also do custom matches. So if you guys need a custom PMS match, they'll make it for you. If you guys are printing on Nylabond, we have the Nylabond adhesive. This is like a bonding agent that's gonna help the ink stick to the Nylabond and not break away after you print it. So a lot of adhesives are very important when you're printing different types of materials. I use this 369 tape. It's a 3-inch box tape. That's just like the item number. I'm trying to get AST to start selling these. Hopefully they will start pretty soon because they have the 2-inch and they just need to get this one so it's easier for you guys to get them. When I reclaim, I like to get these scrubs and I use them for my reclaiming area. You can also get those at AST. The spray out gun that I don't use very often, it's a Expert 3000, also at AST. You can get the chemical from them as well. We talked about the film, the inks, the chemicals. I don't know if you guys have ever needed the 610 silicone, but whenever you guys are printing multicolor and the screen likes to stick to the ink that you printed before, you spray a little bit of 610 and it'll get rid of that tackiness in the ink. For my screen opener, I like to use the 480 spray. It's very potent, but that's why you wear a mask, unless you're used to it like me and you just keep going. My squeegees, I like to use the 70 durometer. Those are easier on your wrist if you have something detailed like halftones and just things of that nature. You want to go with the triple durometer, which is like a 70, 90, 70. Let me make sure that's correct. So here we have the different types of squeegees. Okay, so it's actually a 75, 90, 75. And the one that I've been using is the 75 durometer, which is super easy on your hands. Hey, fine. The screens that we use here are the manual screens. They are 20 by 24. A lot of people ask me this question. You know, if you want to go ahead and use the bigger ones, like the ones for the automatic machine, it's gonna work out perfect. You just gotta burn the image different for a different screen size. We have a fridge in here because we have the UDC2 emulsion, and we have the clear one because it's easier for me to set up and see the image right through when I'm setting up a multicolor. I have a lot of questions about this emulsion because they like the way it washes out, and it is a dual cure emulsion. So you have a, what do you call it? The sensitizer?
Oh,
I think that's
the photosensitive thing?
Yeah, you have the sensitizer that you have to mix in it. And this one does have to be refrigerated. So if you buy this one, just make sure you have a small fridge. Or you can put it inside your house refrigerator if you're doing it from home, like I did for a long time. This rack, I built it myself. I have a video where I showed you guys how to make a rack. It's super, super simple. If I find it, I'm gonna link it right here on this video. And whenever I coat, I like to turn on my fan right here next to the screens so they dry faster. So it's just like a regular fan, nothing fancy. We have a small, what is this? Newark exposure unit. I just picked that up for like 400 bucks. No, I picked it up for 800 bucks a really long time ago. And it's been good to me. So whatever works for you, right? Right, Tom?
Right.
This works for me, so you can find your perfect exposure unit. Also, a lot of people ask me questions about these LED lights because They are brighter than the normal red, the red light, dark room light.
Yeah, they are.
And these are not that heavy. So the UV on these LED lights is so low, and this dual cure emulsion for the screens that I use is very forgiving. So it's gonna take hours to expose my screens. So we just turn them on when we need them, which is for a couple of minutes, and then we're out of here. So we're always good on that. That's what I use for my darkroom. My press is a Hopkins 8-station, 4 pallets. And then my cart is just like a regular cart. We got this from Sports Authority when they went out of business. They were like 50 bucks each, but you can find them online for like $300, which I think is ridiculous, but that's how much they cost. Anything else that I need to cover? The chemicals for my reclaiming area, I use the CDR is for removing the emulsion. I use the 305 to remove the ink, and then I use the liquid Renew It to degrease and dehaze. The gloves that I use when I'm reclaiming are the ones from either Costco or the ones from Harbor Freight when they're on sale. So either one doesn't matter. And then over here we have my power washer that I got at Costco. This was I forgot how much it cost me, but it's been good to me. I never had a problem with it. We use it quite a bit, especially now that we have more work coming through, and it hasn't failed. But it comes with a warranty, so it's always good to buy things with warranty, especially from Costco, because they don't even care. They don't even ask you what happened. They just go ahead and replace it. Thomas, is there anything else that I should add?
Water.
Oh yeah, we do have water here at the shop because we don't drink soda, which we think is the healthiest way to go. Water is life.
That's true.
You tell water that you love that water that you're drinking, bro, and it's gonna be even healthier for you.
Water. Straight from QT.
From the lakes of Minnetonka. Okay, so here's another very important one. This tool, to me, it's probably just as important, maybe not as important as the T-square, which I haven't talked about. But if you guys can find these metal spatulas at a Harbor Freight or maybe at the swap meet, I know I've seen them there before for like $1.50 each. Go ahead and grab them, shave off the corners, and it's gonna make your life super simple when you're cleaning out your screens, because you won't be left with a lot of ink in here when you're ready to reclaim. So I think my favorite and the last tool that I can talk about here at the shop, it's the T-square, because we use the T-square for a lot of things. We use it to line up our boards whenever we need to move them up or down. We use it to line up our designs. We use it to draw lines on our boards to make sure that all the lines are straight. And it's just like a maybe $20 item that's gonna make your prints come out straighter, not off-centered, and all crooked. So I think that's it for today. If you guys have another question that you guys can think of, go ahead and put it on the comments so that people can look at what I responded in the future. And that's it. We're gonna call it a day. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this was a lot of good information for you guys. I always try my best to answer as fast as I can to all of you, and I always give you the links to go and buy the things where I buy them from to make your life easier. So give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Go ahead and share this video with your screen printing friends, or if you know somebody that's trying to learn how to screen print in the future.